Okay, so the pricing of the new GoPro Mission 1 series cameras is out. It was leaked earlier. There was some leaks to pages on GoPro's site. There was one that was taken down, and then there was another separate one which had pre-orders and everything on it. But now the pricing is out officially, and it's looking pretty good from where I'm standing. The Mission 1, that's the non-pro version, is coming in at $599, while the Mission 1 Pro is $699. The interesting thing is that the ILS version is being priced at the same level as the Mission 1 Pro, so $699 again. This makes them obviously more expensive and pricey than a standard Hero, but then that's what we were expecting. But I have to say I wasn't expecting the pricing to be this low. As I mentioned in my previous video, I was expecting the ILS model to be more like $800, $850, something like that. So this has a lot of implications, because the fact that the cameras are capable of so many high frame rates for slow motion means that these are well and truly going to be on the map as the ultimate low budget slow motion solution. There is no other camera on the market that's available for this price that can do 1080 at 480 frames per second and a 960 frames per second in a 10-second burst and 4K at 240 frames per second. You know, this is pretty phenomenal, and in terms of slow motion, I think we can say for absolute certainty that this is a game changer. This is something different, because cameras in recent years haven't been that exciting really. There's been tinkering around the edges, but there's been nothing truly game changing, nothing truly revolutionary in a way that can really cause excitement in the way that I've seen these Mission 1 cameras causing. There's a lot of talk about them. There are GoPro haters out there, obviously, that are making their presence known. But despite the fact that you will need to use manual lenses on the ILS version of the camera, I think, you know, in terms of the overall capabilities of it, I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. Not for me anyway. I know for some people, as I mentioned in my previous video, there are people who really do want the autofocus capabilities and the iris control through the camera. But as I mentioned in my previous video, if I'm going to operate an iris on a camera of that size, I would much rather do it on the lens barrel, not via a fiddly little button or a tiny little dial that I can't really use if I've got gloves on in winter and that sort of thing. So I think this pricing is unexpected. It's lower than I was expecting overall. And I think looking at the capabilities of the camera, I've already seen some high-level cinematographers talking about this in terms of being able to use it in situations where you just wouldn't want to put you know, a pricey cinema camera. You can hide them away on set in different positions to get angles that you just can't get for with any other camera. You know, you might have a sequence with a car stunt or an explosion, and these sorts of cameras are regularly hidden away to get angles that you just wouldn't get. And usually in big features, if they use a camera like a GoPro, they'll cut away to it for maybe a fraction of a second, because they know the quality just isn't going to be the same as the Arri or Sony Venice that they might be using. But with the Mission 1 series, I think this could change to make the contribution that these cameras can offer a bit more extensive, as well as giving the rest of us the ability to obtain a camera that is capable of ultra slow motion, high frame rate shooting on a very, very small budget indeed, comparative to what you would have to spend otherwise. You know, I might sound hyperbolic and a bit gushing over this camera. That's not my intention. I'm usually pretty pragmatic about new camera releases, but I really do feel that in this instance, the cameras are offering something new and different from the competition, regardless of any other, you know, small issues people might have with a lack of electronics contact on the ILS camera. I think even the Mission 1 Pro with the ultra-wide lens, some people might not like that. I know I've seen comments from people wanting a narrower lens, but again, For me personally, I really want that wide lens because I will be able to use it. You're not going to be able to please everyone, but if you don't want the ultra wide lens, then that's where the ILS model comes in. And the fact that the ILS model is the same price as the standard Mission 1 Pro means that those people who don't want to be working with a fisheye lens or an ultra wide lens all the time have that option of just simply buying the ILS model because it's not going to cost them any more apart from in lenses. But you know, that's the choice, and I think GoPro's thought this out really well. I'm really glad that they're not charging a huge premium for the ILS model of camera, so it gives us a very easy choice depending on how we want to use the camera and the kind of use case scenario that we will be applying them to. So anyway, that's a really quick video update for today. As always, please like and subscribe, all that business, and notification icon if you want to be notified of my videos when they come out. Yeah, I'd be interested in all your thoughts, so leave a comment below. And if you haven't seen my other videos regarding the slow motion capabilities and the overall specs of the camera, please do check those out as well. This is turning into a bit of a GoPro Mission 1 channel at the moment, but there are other things to come as well. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you all in the next video.